Hey everybody, it's Delta Shiny Zeta here, and today I'm going to be showing all of you how to play the game Sotally Tober. It's obviously a play on words on totally sober because this is in fact a drinking card game. So before I actually go ahead and open the contents and show you how to play the game, let me just go ahead and show you the back so I can, just quickly show you how this looks. But yeah, this game, it's designed to be, honestly, there's not really a limit in players, even, because right over here it says players 4+, so if you have a party of 15, 20, you can play it perfectly fine. Ages 21+, you can play with younger than that if you choose not to, of course, have alcoholic beverages around, but up to you. Because you can play these games, all drinking games, you can technically play with like water and other drinks, or they just might not be as fun. There's 125 cards and on average 20+ minutes to play and complete this game. So anyway, let's go ahead and open this game here so I can show you how to play. And so it begins. Alright, let me go ahead and remove everything here. So upon opening the box, you're going to see only two different types of things. The very first thing is going to be the little rule book, how to play. It's actually really small because it's not a complicated game at all. As a quick little heads up, there actually is an expansion pack called Close and Personal. If you are interested in purchasing that expansion pack, you can totally do so to give more cards to this game. The second thing you'll find though is all the cards. There are a ton of cards. Why are some of these are backwards because I actually played the game recently, so I just got to clean them up a little bit. But yeah, see, there's a bunch of cards here. Like this one's upside down. That's fine. This one is. Yeah, that's usually how this game goes, when you play it. During the cleanup process, oh boy, is it ridiculous. But anyway, so this game, the way that you actually play it is what you want to do is, all you want to do is shuffle a deck. So if you just give it a nice little shuffle, it should be fine for the most part. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the deck one time because it's just for demonstration purposes. So there's not really a need for me to, get too, complicated with the shuffling. But there you go. Just assume it's shuffled. Once the deck is very shuffled, all you want to do is place the deck literally right in the middle. There's no handing cards to everybody. It's not like that at all. It's just putting the deck in the middle and then electing one player to go first. You can do this randomly. You can do this, I don't know, by rolling a die, whatever you want to do. But once you all decide who's going first, the game officially begins, and that's the setup. As far as how to play the game, it's really simple. The turn player is going to go and pull a card, and they're going to read the card. Now when they read the card, the effect is going to, basically activate. So this card says, clockwise, the group starts naming foods, starting with the last letter of the previous word. First one to mess up takes one drink. So, if I say, let's say, apple, that's a food. The next player then has to say a word that's a food item that starts with the last letter of the previous word. Apple ends with E, so what starts with E? Egg or eggplant. And so, if you say egg, then the next person has to then say a food item that starts with G, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's basically how that works. And once you do the effect, there usually is something associated with somebody taking a drink. So the first one to mess up takes one drink. So a lot of these things are kind of house rules. You can gauge it by how many seconds each person gets when it gets to them, because they don't get infinite time. You can give it like maybe 5 seconds, and whatever you want. Or if if they repeat one as well, you can say that is a drink, that's a loss right there. However you want to interpret that. But more often than not, people come to an agreement easily on how you interpret certain things. It's supposed to be a fun game after all, not a very technical game. Anyway, that's basically how you play the game. But the video is not over yet because there are specific types of cards that I do want to go ahead and show you. So there are actually 6 different types of cards in this game. The first one that you just saw is activity card. Activity cards are really simple. You just simply take the card, you read it, you do the effect, the loser or whatever, whoever takes a drink, and then you just simply put the card face up somewhere around there in the discard pile, and that's it. That's your discard pile. And the next player goes. So activity cards are very simple, but there are 5 other types of cards, and I will go ahead and show you some examples of them one at a time. Alright, so I went ahead and pulled some examples of other types of cards, so let's go ahead and show these one at a time. So the next one is going to be the secret card. So the secret card is a yellow card, and it looks kind of similar, but the activity is orange and secret is yellow. The secret card, what you actually do when you pull the secret card, this is the one exception to reading it right when you pull it. So you have to make a note that it's a secret card and don't read it. But this one says, use this card to save someone from any activity, but they need to pay you up, name your price. So if you pull it from the deck and you see it as secret up there, don't read it. You want to just keep it stashed face down next to you, and then you get to use it whenever you want. This one in particular, it says you can save someone from doing an activity, because you know other cards will force a player to do an activity, but you can say you want to use it, but they gotta pay you up. Maybe you gotta tell them, oh, but you gotta take 3 drinks, or you gotta do this for me. I don't know, whatever, you know? So, yeah, that's the secret card. The next type of card is the skill card. The skill card is a green card, and when you pull a skill card, you are going to be reading it, and you are actually going to be putting it face up in front of you, and essentially you get to use this effect whenever you want to, as long as it's face up. Skill cards will remain face up in front of you until either a card effect removes it. There are card effects that can remove skill cards, or if it has a time frame, then it will also be removed by them. If it does not have a time frame, such as this one, then it's going to stay up forever until another card effect actually gets rid of it. So again, only you get to use the effect. The skill card only goes to face up in front of you, and only you get to use the effect whenever you want to. So this one says, at any time, make eye contact and pretend to throw a fishing pole line to a player. They must act like a caught fish. If not, they take 1 drink. That is actually hilarious, and that is a, wow, funny play on words. Anyway, yeah, so you just get to put it like that, and then just use your fishing reel whenever you want to, you know, and that's essentially how that works. So that's a skill card. There is no limit to how many skill cards you can have in front of you. If you keep pulling skill cards and putting them in front of you, that's fine. You will have more skills to be using to try to make people drink. The next one is the curse card. The curse card is actually very similar to the skill card in that it goes face up in front of you and affects only you when you pull it, and it stays there. But the big difference is that curse cards are generally bad effects for you, whereas skill cards are generally good effects for you. Let's take a look at this one. Keep one eye closed for 2 rounds. If you mess up, take 1 drink and start over. So yeah, as soon as you get this, you want to go and keep one eye closed for 2 rounds, and then, you know, if somebody sees that you mess up, you got to take a drink, and then the whole 2 rounds start over again. A round in this game means everybody around the table goes once, that's 1 round. So everybody has to go around the table twice for this card to then be removed. This is a time frame example I was talking about. If a curse card or a skill card have a time frame, once you fulfill the time frame, you get to just put it face up in the discard pile next to the deck, and that's it. If it does not have a time frame, it stays face up in front of you forever until another card effect actually removes it. So yeah, something that can be really bad. This one's not too bad though. But yeah, so that's a curse card. Just like the skill card, there is no limit to how many curse cards you can have in front of you at the same time. The last card is the decree card. So the decree card, it's also similar to the skill card and to the curse card, but there's a very big difference. These affect all players, and when a decree card is pulled, you have to put it face up in front or face up next to the deck, signifying that it's in the middle playing area and it's affecting all players. Make a note that this is actually separate from the discard pile. If there's a discard pile, let's say this is a discard pile, don't put it face up in the discard pile. Put it separate from the discard pile because it's not discarded. So a decree card will affect all players. This one says no one can point. Whoever forgets takes 1 drink. So if this is face up and somebody ever points, you get to call out that person and make them drink. But anybody can call out that person. Remember, it doesn't just affect you, it affects all players. For decree cards, there's a different rule than skills and curses. Only 2 cards can be face up. 2 decree cards can be face up at the same time. So if there's already one face up and another one gets pulled, that's fine. You can put it face up next to it. This one says everyone must both use pleasantries, thank you, please, kindly, and swear in every sentence. Discard this card after 3 rounds. So you put it face up, that's the second decree card. So now both rules are in effect. So both of them are going to be in effect, you got to pay attention to both. But if a 3rd decree card gets pulled, the first one that got played, the oldest one, in this case this one, gets sent to the discard pile and gets replaced with that one. Only 2 can be face up at the same time for decree cards. And then again, just like the other cards, if it has a time frame, you remove it once that time frame is fulfilled. If it does not have a time frame, such as this one, it stays face up forever unless a card effect removes it, or if it gets replaced by another decree card eventually. Those are the only ways you can remove decree cards. That's basically it for the 5 basic types of cards. So we have activity, secret, skill, curse, and decree. But there's one bonus card, and there's only one card in the entire deck of it. And it's this one. It's the bonus card. It says come up with what this card does before the game starts. So if you choose to play with the one bonus card, everybody has to essentially agree with what this card is going to do if it ever gets pulled in the game. And once it gets pulled, that effect is going to be coming into play. You can treat it as a skill card, as a curse card, make up the effect. You can treat it as just a regular activity card that gets sent to the discard pile, whatever you want. You all just have to be in agreement, because when it comes up, you have to do what it says. And that's essentially how it works. The bonus card, there's only one of in the entire game, so the chance of it being pulled is pretty low unless you play the game throughout the entire deck. And that's the last thing. When is the game over? To be honest, it's not really over whenever. It's up to you whenever you want to do it, when all of you are bored, or when all of you are drunk enough, or when all of you, just don't want to play anymore. And that's it. That's the game. Some people might play until they use up all the cards. Some may play until only half the cards when they're bored. It is totally up to you. This is not a winning competition game. It's simply just a drinking for fun game, and you keep drinking and drinking and drinking. And that's basically it. Alright, so that is how you play Totally Tober. So before I end this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you enjoyed the video. I will see you all later. Bye-bye, everyone. Have a great day.